Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we will discuss about variables in Python. So there is a prerequisite, but if you do not have, then also there is no problem. So the prerequisite is you have to have a Python and any code editor of your choice. But if you do not have, no problem, you can use any online Python IDE. So just go to your browser and just type online Python IDE, and you will get a list of different IDE. You can use any one of your choice. So this was all about prerequisite. Now moving to the discussion. Okay, so this is the Python tutorial for beginners, and this is the first video. So if you are about to learn Python, so please be with this series. You will learn everything very crystal clear manner. Okay, so start. So the first thing that you can see is this one, which is basically a comment. So in Python, comment is whenever you have to use the comment, you have to give this symbol, hash symbol. So the moment you give hash symbol in any line, it will become a comment. And comment means basically this is not a code. This is just to explain your code. You can write comment, you can write anything as comment, and it will not be executed by interpreter. So if I run this, it will throw no error because this is not a code. This is just to explain your code. Okay. Now we will start with the coding part. So this was about comment. You will see frequently in this video, so that I'm using this to make the code understandable. Okay. So moving to the variables, and now this is the code. As you can see, these two lines are code because there is no hash symbol. But the moment I put hash symbol, it will become a code. It will become a comment. So let me remove this hash symbol. Now moving to the variables. So variable is basically used to store data. Just like we will be working throughout this lecture, so we know we have to store the data. So there should be something, there should be a name on which we can store the data, so that whenever we need that data, we can call with that name. So in this case, you can see I have declared these two variables. One is this age and one is this planet. So you can name anything of your choice. And to store the data, after the name you have to give equal to symbol, and then whatever value you have to store. Suppose I will store 40. Anything you can store. Similarly, in this case I am storing the planet name. In this case Saturn. Suppose you want to store Earth, so you can write like this. So basically variable are used to store data. Just give a name and then equal to sign, and then whatever data you have to store. That's all. Now the second one is print. So after storing the data, suppose I have to print it, I have to display it. So to display it, you have to just write print, and inside print whatever variable you have to store, variable you have to print. So let me run this. At first rerun this, and then you have to run this. Now see, we are getting both this value. I have printed age, but I am getting value of age. And similarly for planet I am getting Earth. So this was about variable. To store the data we need a name, and in this case we can declare the variable. As simple as that. Now by the name you might be getting that this is called variable, and in English variable means what? Means this is not constant, this is not fixed, means we can change this. So similarly we can change this value. So let me show you. So suppose initially age is 40 and planet is Earth. Now suppose I want to change this. So let me show you. Okay, so what I have done, instead of 40, again I have written age equals to 30 and then planet equals to Mars. Now what will happen? I'm changing the value. Now if I print this, as you can see both print. Now if I run this, you can see we are getting new value. So initially it was 40 and Earth, now it is 30 and Mars. It means we are changing the value. So anywhere in the code you can change the value. That's why it is called variable. Means it is changeable. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so this is the variable, all about variable. Now there are some convention which you have to follow. So initially I talked about the naming, that you can give any name, but in that case also there is some convention which you have to follow, otherwise it will give error. Okay, so let us see all this convention one by one. This is very easy, not to worry about. So a variable name can only contains alphabets, numbers and underscore. So this is the first part. It can only contain alphabet, number and underscore. Okay, so in this case you can see all these are number. Similarly we can give, all these are alphabet. Similarly we can give some number also, and then also if I run it, if I run this, then it will throw no error. Okay, as you can see, no error, because it can contain alphabet, number and underscore. This symbol is called underscore, this one. So let me give underscore also. Okay, similarly I give underscore here. Now if I run this, see there is no error, it has printed. But apart from alphabet, number and underscore, suppose I give any symbol. Okay, now if I print this, let me see what happens. Okay, so you can see this is error, invalid syntax. So you have to keep this in mind, only alphabet, and that also either in small case or uppercase, means lower case or uppercase, both is applicable. So let me change small a to capital A. Now also if I run this, it will be okay. Oh sorry, at first I have to remove this symbol because symbol is not allowed. Now if I run this, yeah, there is no error. So you can use alphabet either in small case or uppercase, and numbers and underscore. This is all true. Moving to the next point, which is variable name cannot start with a number. It must start with underscore or alphabet. Okay, so at first we knew that these three things we can use, but in that case also the first one means which we are going to start cannot be a number. So in this case you can see all are alphabet. But suppose, let me say, if I give a number 1 age, and similarly I print this, now see what happens. Okay, as you can see it is saying invalid syntax. So starting means start of a variable name cannot be a number. So keep this thing in mind. Okay. And the next one is variable names are case sensitive and space not allowed. Okay, so case sensitive means uppercase and lowercase will be considered different. That is called case sensitive. Now let me give you an example altogether. So let me remove all this. Suppose I declare a variable age equals to 30 and then age equals to 45. Now if I print age and similarly print age, so case sensitive means this age, both are age, but this age and this age will be considered different because the first one is in lowercase and this one is in uppercase. Now if I run this, you can see both are giving different value. So always keep this thing in mind, that lowercase and uppercase are different in case of variable name. That is called case sensitive. And space not allowed. Okay, so that means suppose I write I declare a variable something called John age. Okay, and I similarly print this John age. Will it throw error? Yes. Let me run this. You can see invalid syntax because what it is saying, space not allowed. And initially also we can see that it was saying that alphabet, number and underscore only allowed. So space is not allowed. So in that case, suppose you want to, whenever you have to declare a variable with multiple word, so it's better to include underscore. Okay, to separate the word. It is a good practice. Now it will not throw error. Yeah. Never give any space in between. You can use underscore. So space are not allowed. And the fourth one is variable name can be of any length. It is self-explanatory, means it can be of any length that you can give. Suppose I write age, something like this. Okay. Now if I run this, it will not throw error. Yeah, you can say that. So it can be, this name can be of any length. There is no limit to that. And the last one is the reserved word keywords cannot be used as variable name. Now see, in Python there are some words which are reserved for some specific task. Now that you cannot use as variable name. Okay, so these are the list I have given. So these are the list of different reserved word. Now you would say that should I have to remember all this? No. So these things you no need to remember all these things, because meanwhile when you will keep on practicing, this word will become familiar to all of you. Okay, these are very common. All these are for a specific task, so no need to remember all this. And there is one shortcut that I think I may say you. So suppose I try to declare a word, suppose this 4. So this is reserved keyword. Suppose I try to declare this as a variable name. So what will happen? Okay, so let's say I am saying 4 equals to 56. Now it will throw error, I know, because this is reserved keyword, reserved word. But how to identify this? Now see, as you can see, John age, you can see this variable, this is not highlighted, but the moment I write 4, see, it is highlighted. So this I means editor is giving us, or this ID is giving us hint that this is reserved word. So once you see this, you can skip this. Either you can add 1 or 2 more words, or you can use another word. So this is one hint. Whenever you use any of this keyword, let's say I use def. Yeah, see, you can see it has been highlighted. So in this way we can identify that this is a keyword, and you can skip this word. Okay, so this was all about variable name. So keep this thing in mind. This is very simple, nothing to worry about, and keep practicing. And you can go through all the extra videos, all the other videos that I have made for understanding Python programming language. Thank you guys.